In Amazon Web Services, AWS, Identity and Access Management, IAM, roles are used to grant permissions to AWS resources. An IAM role is similar to an IAM user, but it is intended to be assumed by AWS services, applications, or users in other AWS accounts. There are two types of IAM roles: AWS service roles and custom roles. AWS service roles are predefined by AWS and are intended to be assumed by specific AWS services. Custom roles are roles that you create to be assumed by your own applications or users. To create an IAM role in AWS, follow these steps. Sign in to the AWS Management Console and navigate to the IAM dashboard. In the navigation pane, click on Roles, and then click the Create Role button. Select the type of entity that will assume the role. You can choose between AWS Service, another AWS account, or Web Identity. If you selected AWS Service, or another AWS account, select the service or account that will assume the role. If you selected Web Identity, select the identity provider, such as Amazon Cognito or Login with Amazon, that will be used to authenticate the users or applications that will assume the role. Click the Next Permissions button. On the Set Permissions page, you can choose to either attach an existing IAM policy or create a new policy to grant permissions to the role. Click the Next Review button to review the details of the new IAM role. If everything looks correct, click the Create Role button to create the new IAM role. After you have created the IAM role, you can use the IAM dashboard to manage the permissions granted to the role. You can also edit or delete the role at any time to modify the permissions it grants. IAM roles are useful when you want to grant permissions to AWS resources to users or applications in other AWS accounts, or when you want to grant permissions to AWS services to access your resources.